Ahoy and welcome to this narrowboat adventure. You may want to grab out your copy of Carl Goes to London Islands, as today on the trip from Egham to Shepperton we go through quite a few islands and I show you them as we go past. So I'm going to not take too much of your time and I'm going to hand this over to Jasmin in Egham. Adventure. Once again I forgot to film us leaving the mooring this morning. We left Egham visitor mooring and as you can see we're headed into a very handily already open lock and we're heading to Shepperton, so not terribly far, but I am going to be buying a kayak, so I'm very excited about that. See you soon, come along! This has just become a shot of my bum now, hasn't it? This is Truss Island on page 169. It has 6 houses and is accessible by footbridge. The Romans had a road that went to London and it went through here and it was called the Devil's Highway. The Devil's Highway went across this island's bridge. This is Truss Island on page 165. Swans live here. No one else lives here. If you like swans and you want to feed some, this is a great place for you to visit. Now here we're coming up to a lock. The lock's called Penton Lock. It has an island, Penton Lock Island, which is attached. This is the home of the lock keeper. So we've come across the lock to access the lock island. And as you can see, it's quite a large lock island and has a little hut as well for any volunteer lock keepers to use. And if you go across the weir, you get to another island, which is Penton Island rather than Penton Lock Island. Now this island is actually man-made. No one lives on it because I believe it floods. It was actually made to help stop flooding, so it obviously didn't work very well. Oh, and these two islands are both on page 163.
You can fish off of Penton Hook Lock Island and Penton Hook Island. So we decided to go for a little adventure on Penton Hook Island. As you can tell, it's very wooded, and it has all these little steps that go down to the waterside, I assume for the fishermen. Now, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news, and I'm going to lead with the bad news. Penton Hook Island was actually a burial ground for victims of plague, so it's probably not the kind of place I'd want to be at night. But it is a very nice walk if you have a chance. And the good news is that you can see Thorpe Park from it, so if you're feeling like, oh, this is too much nature, I just need a bit of man-made stuff, you can look out at the view and see Thorpe Park. And if you wait long enough, you might even see one of the roller coasters go by. And here we have Pharaohs Island, page 157. It has 23 homes and they all have Egyptian-inspired names. The previous residents have been a little odd, to say the least. One would fire his pistol at plates on his wife's dresser, and another drilled a hole into a rival ferryman's boat to sink it with him in it. This one is only accessible by boat, so you'll probably see quite a lot of small boats around the edge of this island, and yeah, it's very lovely. And here we have again Egham House, my favourite island. Not necessarily my favourite anymore after this big long trip, but if you want more information about this island, I have a whole nother video on it that I will link in the description. And we're going past Car Island. The same goes for this one. I have a whole nother video about this and I'll put it in the description. But yeah, it's a great island too.
Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope you'll join us again for a few more episodes from Cargoes to London Islands. I have a few more islands to show you, but I do hope you enjoyed joining us on this journey from Egham to Sheperton today, and I hope you'll join us again soon. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favourite so far of all the islands we've seen has been. Since we went past my favourite island once again today. If you want to join us again on this narrowboat adventure, you can click subscribe. If you want to join us on Facebook, where I also post the videos once the video is live, you can go on over to this narrowboat adventure on Facebook too. I'll see you very soon. Thank you. Bye.